Ah, ending starve. Let's play Fish Market. Hello and welcome to Hula New Plays Short in Your Games. Today I'm going to play a game by, I guess, first-time developers, Day and Stuff. It's a team of two sisters that did a game about Gen Z work anxiety. I guess at the fish market because of the game's title. So let's see what this millennial has to say. And no, I'm not going to complain about Gen Z because that's like... that's so embarrassing. I remember when the boomers started and Gen X to complain about millennials, and I did not appreciate that, so I will not continue that devil's cycle. Alright. You wake up with a dull ache in the center of your head. Oh well, I can relate to that. God, I must be stressed. That dream must have fucked with my head. Ugh. I just want to sleep more. But I can't be late. I have to get to work. Get up for work? Oh. Go to sleep. Is that the first out? I have to get up for work. My eyes are so heavy. Maybe just one day won't hurt. Just one day. Do I have to wait for something? Ah! Ending starve. Okay. Okay, that's cool. It doesn't throw me out of the game. Okay, also here, grind, and hang in there, but it's all, you know, scribbled over. I appreciate the dirty sock, which is probably, does it belong to me? Is it just lying there, or is it me lying in bed? Also, that is a little bit disconcerting, that it looks like my bedspread is bloody. Oy. Okay, so let's go to work, I guess. The room feels cold as the sound of the freezer fills your ears. It smells bad. God, to think after working here for a year, I would have gotten used to that fishy smell. Ugh, it smells worse today. And of course someone spilled something. This is not helping with my headache. It's time to work. Click on the white door. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's customer. Oh, that's pretty neat. Like the illustration. Good morning, I'm here for my order. Heavens, you look like you just woke up. Yeah, just tired. Tired? Huh, you young folks today. You guys don't want to do anything but complain. Say you're all depressed or whatever. Imagine being a mother of 3 and a wife. Your kids don't understand how good you have it. Alright. Cut the fish. Does she cut the fish or do I cut the fish? Oh, I have to cut the fish for the customer. Oh. Oh, okay. I'll just click it. Blap. Oh, I'm pretty good at that, I guess. And now? I'm clicking, okay. Gift to customer. Alright. Hello, young man. 1 order of fish, please. What kind of fish? What? This is not like a gas station coffee bar where you just have one type. What? Oh, it's good to see a hard-working man. Fish can't cut itself, am I right? Yeah, I mean, it's just something to do for now. What do you mean, boy? This is a good manly job for someone like you. I had to work in the factory and risk my life working with that machinery. You should be grateful to have such an easygoing job. I'm cracking myself up to read this. Right, cut the fish. Blap, 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 bap, and bab. And give to the customer. Hey man, how's it going? Let me get the fish order. Oh wait, it's you! Didn't recognize you there. Never thought I'd see you here in this type of fashion. Oh, as a former classmate. Yeah. It's just for now while I get things together, you know. You look well. Haha, yeah, things have been well. Landed a good job after school thanks to my dad's connections. Everything pretty much fell into place. Ha! But hey, wish you the best of luck, man. Right, cut the fish. bit like cut the cheese, which obviously is not the same. On all accounts. Or is there a phrase, cut the fish, that means something else? I want to know. Ooh, okay. Uh-huh. Hi, stranger. Yo, kid, it's about time for your break if you hadn't taken it yet. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Take 15! I mean, ugh, I'm exhausted. I swear I was a hair split away from cutting my arm off if I had to cut another fish. Wait, why is the freezer light on? Oh, we're getting to the horror part? I guess boss forgot to shut it off. Right door, go to break room. Freezer, investigate. Oh, I will investigate. Huh, the red light is gone. Damn light always has its on and off days. Probably just a flicker, or props, just a flicker. Do you say that, or do you just... Is that a written thing, or do you also say that? This is my question to you, Gen Z, in case anyone of that generation is watching. I don't know. Can't see anything. Maybe I should check if the fish supply is alright. It smells bad. Walk in. Jesus. How big is this freezer? Feels like I've been walking for 10 minutes already. Yeah, I hear the sea. Is that water I hear? If I'm screaming, it's because it's loud. Ah, the ocean? Am I dreaming? Where am I? Maybe it's just the stress getting to me. But why does it feel so empty, yet so familiar? I can't move my feet. It feels so good here. Like I can breathe. Yeah, the sea does that to you. It is... I don't want to be on the sea. I think I said this 1,000 times before. But being at the sea is lovely. Finally, I can breathe. It doesn't hurt anymore. Oh. That's not good. Oh. Frozen. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well. All right. Go to work. It's so short. Let's try if we can get all the endings. Because it's not that long. The thing is about these character drawings, and that's why cool animation can really elevate something. Like, they're so intriguing. I want to know more about them. Like, I could have full conversation. I could have several days of this, meeting the same people and getting, you know, to know them a bit more. Because he, you know, he looks a little bit like he has a secret. I want to know about her family life, especially as a housewife with 3 kids. How's the deal with her husband, you know? How is he involved in the child caring business, you know? And then the boss, obviously, he has secrets, so I want to know. Alright, get it done. So obviously this deals a lot with like the pressure of the working. First of all, weirdly, all generations... Okay, so here's the thing. The generational differences, etc. Yes, you have cultural things and trends, but that never counts for the entire generation. That counts for a small segment of certain people of a young age, but not everyone. But then you weirdly, since the dawn of time, have older generations complain about the younger generations and vice versa. But I always feel like the complaints of the older generation is always more mean-spirited. Because the younger generations are like, ew, you wear your hair like this. Like I do, actually. I think that's very out of style, so yeah. You know, or they're like, oh, your pants are kind of embarrassing. Like skinny fit jeans, what are you, 70? And then I'm like, yeah, I guess. They're comfortable, what can I say? You know, and then the older generations are like, they're all lazy. They don't know what we had to do back in the days, you know, and they ignore everything that younger generations have to endure currently. Because I think it's really shitty to live in this day and age. Yes, we made some progress, but there's like the financial stability that, at least for the people that used to have it, which wasn't all people, you know, but a few, is gone, you know. It's really, unless you're born rich, it's difficult, it's hard. And I feel that as a millennial, you know, so I can't imagine how it must feel for a Gen Z. working. And then oh, okay. Oh, that's the stress now. Oh, I love this. It's beautiful. I'll continue my thoughts after the game. I don't feel so good. Stop sitting there and just staring. You're not allowed to be tired. You can't be tired. So young, so spoiled, all of you. My head is killing me. Cut the fish. Ew. 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 Such easy work and you sit there and complain. You should be grateful to even have work. Yet you wish for more. Ungrateful, you should feel ashamed to be you. Please, my head hurts so much. Ugh, it's disgusting. I don't... Ugh. It looks like it smells really bad. Okay. Isn't it embarrassing to be you? Imagine being in your skin right now. God, the torture. If only if you were good enough. But that's impossible, isn't it? You're right, I'm not. Oh no, you are. You're good enough. Honestly, this is probably a better job than what this guy does. Cut the fish. Yeah, just imagine that with cut the cheese. Why does it now look hyper realistic? My arm. Did I actually? Was that the gag that when I didn't do it, I was like, I probably would have cut off my arm. No. No, 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 no. Dear God, no! What did you do? I can't scream. Well. What are you waiting for? Don't make the customer wait. Yeah, I did it. Wrap it up. Filet. Oh, okay. Alright. Wait, did I have... I think I had a choice when I took 15. So let's do that. But just go to the right door. God, you'd think with these 80-hour work weeks and shitty pay, the break room would be much more. 80 hours! I would die. Well, much more. Ugh, my head is going to explode. I need to close my eyes, even if just for a couple of minutes. Click on the couch, out of service. Feel like an imposter in your own skin. Call us today. Freezer smells bad. I wish I could dream again. Wake up and not feel exhausted. Wake up not being someone I don't know. I know this can't be it for me. But what if it is? No, I just need to sleep. Please, just let me sleep. Oh my God, blanched. Alright, let's see what we have left. I'm not quite sure if it was all the endings, but I think break room was just lying down. So and then in the freezer we had one more option, right? Forget it. Forget about it. Oh, okay. Okay, so it doesn't really change. Alright, 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 alright. I really enjoyed this. I think it was very beautiful. Like very, very beautiful illustrations and cool ideas, like with that the fish change depending on your mental state. Every single customer looked really interesting. I like the alternative endings. I like that they were very distinct from each other, but all had a common theme. Maybe it misses like one funny ending, but that's more like a nice to have. That's not something that I criticize. It's more like I enjoyed this so much that I actually would like to stay in there a little bit longer, you know, even though it's super sad. But the concept is really great. I think the writing, it's good, it's fine, it does its service, but the illustrations are better than the writing, if that makes sense. And it's not that the writing is bad, it's just that it's like, okay, as someone who writes, it's just more a complaint on a very high level where I'm like, well, you know, to add a bit more personality to the character interactions we have, because they already, like, the complaints of the lady and the elderly man are very similar. So to add a little bit more style, distinct style, to give them a little bit more individual personalities. But that is really something not for this kind of game, especially when it's a submission to a game jam, but rather if you as the developer want to work more on it, then that would be feedback I would give, to just look at the dialogue and just do a small few changes, to just spice it up just a tiny bit. But yeah, all in all, I think, especially as a first game, this is fantastic. As a game jam game, and I know those are usually very time constrained, beautiful. Okay, and now, Gen Z work anxiety. I can tell you, as a millennial, I can relate. Like, I have the same anxiety. It's on a different level, because I have a good job. Like, I enjoy it's not my dream job, but I enjoy my job. I like going to work. I like my colleagues. I like what I'm doing. But I do have the same thoughts of, so this is it? I'm stuck here now? What? And also, in this day and age, no one's job seems secure. I mean, except the very rich people, everyone's job feels like, okay, I could be let go next week, and it wouldn't surprise me, because everything's wild right now. Like, the global economy is horrible. It is so much in flux that it feels toxic. It doesn't feel like a healthy economic system anymore. It feels like we're really having the biggest, jankiest Jenga tower that not we created, that others created, and we have to live in it. So even if now, currently, I have a job that I like and I'll make money that is enough to kind of live very comfortably, I also think about, well, what if I lose that job? And what if I don't find any jobs? Because I go on LinkedIn due to my work every single day, and I read so many posts about people that seem to be very experienced and they don't find any jobs, that I've been looking for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. Like, it's crazy. So the whole work anxiety, I think, is a shared anxiety for a lot of generations, and for a lot of people that don't have, rich parents, that don't have a lot of money, that didn't grow up rich, because that accumulates. You can do a lot of stuff. When you're rich, you can mess up so often, and somehow your money still accumulates. If you're not rich, well, you can do whatever you want. You can save your entire life, and it's not really making a dent. So that's very relatable. But I have to say, looking at Gen Z, and that's the funny thing, that a lot of also people from my generation are like, they're all, they're like, why are they so depressed? Why are they so lazy at work? Which is one of the things I don't understand at all. First of all, I don't believe in generalization when it comes to generations. Like, it's not possible. Like, people are so different from each other, also culturally, I think it's very often, it's a weird, twisted narrative you have, because it's absolutely impossible that a whole generation can have the same characteristic traits. That's crazy talk. But when I hear people say Gen Z is so lazy, and they complain at work, or they don't do anything, or they don't want to learn anymore, then I always feel like, maybe they just don't see the point in working for a company that doesn't look out for them, that will not provide them with the bare minimum to make a good living, that will do a lot of wage theft, that will have company cultures that are very toxic. Maybe it's a good thing when younger generations are like, I don't want to do overtime. Why should I? I don't get paid for it. I don't get anything out of it. I just get wasted time on my end, and then someone else gets rich on my behalf. So it's one of those things, where I really feel for the generation. And then you look at climate change and the internet. That's the thing. I think our world has always been on the brink of war. looking back, I don't think there was ever a time when we're like, yeah, nothing's going to happen. No one's at war right now. The whole world is kind of cool with it. No, we were always at the brink of war. There was always some or the other war-torn country or a big famine or horrible things happening across the globe. But back in the days, you didn't have the internet. You were kind of ignorant out of just not being connected to everything and everyone. So I think it was a little bit of more peace of mind than it is today, when everything's bashing in on you and you feel like, and then people are even like, why don't you care about this? Why did you speak about this but not about this? And it's like, well, you can't, like, how can you think about everything, care about everything, speak out about like, it's impossible. It's just too much stuff, to quote I think you should leave sketch, actually one of my favorites. I will link to that in the video description, so you know what I mean. Just too much shit. It's too much shit. I think I mentioned it before while I was playing Ludo, that it's too much, and I feel for Gen Z, because it feels like it's really, for them, they grew up with that. So this whole information overload is part of their DNA in a way, and then all the pressure, and then they see how the world basically gets ruined in front of their eyes, and how, like, I totally get it. If you're depressed, me too. But I feel even more like if you're young, then I think it can be really difficult if you see the world around you to see a future there, to kind of have these silly little, I want to be a writer when I grow up. I want to be a ballerina. Because I think it's more difficult if everything, crashes in on you, and you hear all those horrible news about war, about climate change and whatnot. And to then keep up a dream like, I want to become an astronaut. Because also, if nowadays you want to become an astronaut, it's so likely that you will then sit in a spaceship with Elon Musk. And who wants that? That's awful. So, anyways, long story short, I love this game. Love the message. Yeah, I think this was really, really fantastic. To the viewers, how did you like it? Also, if you have anything to add to my super long rant, then feel free to do so in the comments. Of course, be nice and be polite. But I know my regular viewers, they always are. They're always just fantastic, very insightful, or funny. But yeah, anyone new, and if you're new, I do a lot of Let's Plays and add this to the end. So it's, but you get everything, you get the whole essays at the end of each classic Let's Play. So if that's your jam, then feel free to subscribe. And I promise you, if you work for me, in the fish store, look, you don't get 15 hours break. That is ridiculous. A normal break should be at least 30 minutes, up to an hour even. And then I would also make sure, like, 80-hour week, no, not under my roof. That is also bananas. 40 hours tops. And if we all can get together to find a better solution, then I would totally do that. Provided that this is my story, because otherwise I would be there with you in the 80-hour section on the couch, or in the freezer, to be quite honest. That sounded nice. But yeah, I would try my best as a business owner that my employees, first of all, get paid properly, and then they don't have to work themselves to death. I think if you're a business owner, if anyone works themselves to death for your business, it should be you. That's just kind of, it's a sad logic, but it kind of, that's shouldn't be your employees. Anyways, subscribe. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe see you next time. Bye. This is my self-recorded outro song, so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.